Well, John,
How are you, John?
boy. How are you?
Good, John. How are you?
It's a busy week in the centre now with so many classes going on, or so many things going on. There was a great
Suicide awareness. Yeah, safe talk.
Safe talk.
You done it, John?
I did it myself,
I've done,
John. And the Hard of Hearing.
The Chime,
yeah.
They're the charitable organisation that kind of guides people who are, and they did a bit of this idea before we do these kind of TED Talks kind of things, or informative meetings, and some people came that, needed to get the information. It was nice. It's nice to do things like that outside of the normal class structure.
Yeah,
it was
and
good.
I'd like to say thank you to Limerick City Community Radio as well for putting it over the airwaves for us, because O'Connor and the lads were very good. It was advertised in most of the shows all last week, so... Thanks to them.
A very supportive, like-minded group. It's lovely. It's nice.
It's lovely, and it's great to be involved with them as well. John,
we're all in it together. We're all part of the community.
So Titanic, John.
Yeah, we'll all go down together. With the Billy Joel song in Saigon, wasn't it?
So, John, what are we talking about this week?
Yeah, I suppose.
Things coming, I think.
From Monday the 15th to Saturday the 21st of April, and it's in its 14th kind of year, is the Limerick Lifelong Learning Festival, which is a festival aimed at celebrating adults. Well, it's not all just adult, it's all learning and education, because the theme of the festival is to learn, to grow and explore in 2024. Kind of rhymes. And we're involved with it every year as well, because we put on a lot of the craft classes, and we put on lots of classes, but we often have a gallery or a kind of a little kind of invitation to the public to come in and see the kind of work that's been done. And I suppose what it will do is seed in people's minds the idea of, I could do that if I go and get a little bit of guidance. Or like we were all there at school doodling on the back of our copybooks, and sometimes you just need a bit of guidance. You were kind of handy, and a little bit of structure around, how to draw a face or something. Yeah. And that's the kind of thing you learn in the art classes, or you could do pottery because we do the clay, or decoupage is another one, or even felting, they make little soft toys. And I suppose there's a load of things in this festival. There's 150 free events to choose from around Limerick, and there's community arts, well-being, which we do, mindfulness, and more, guided tours, open days, education pathways, professional and personal development, language tasters, technology, cookery, business and enterprise. So there's loads of it. And I suppose there was 22nd of March, there was a special event. It's the launch, the invite for people, and it was up in Mulgrew Street campus of the College of Further Education and Training. And so the celebration of the lifelong learning is being held in the Abundant Life Centre on April 18th. And all these other events we're hosting our own. We call it from crayon to canvas. And what we're doing is we're going in with the school next door in the preschool, and the little kids are going to do the little crayon drawings. And we're going to showcase them. Yeah. But we'll build up to the adults, and they'll be the canvas, and people can come in and see them in action. And like we had our Irish classes one year. When we'd have the lad with the uilleann pipes in, and the learners, it was about celebrating our Irish heritage coupled with the language, and we'd have people that might say a poem or sing a song, and people come in and see it, and you know what, that reinvigorates the thirst for the Irish language in people, and kind of breaks down the barriers. I'm afraid to come to realise that it's more than just the subject, it's the sense of community and belonging, and coming together with like-minded people.
Friends that you make.
Very important at any age, Jen.
Well, it is, because now, John, if we've spoken about this a couple of shows back, unfortunately, if your partner or your other half passes away, a lot of people just stay behind the window and stuff, and things like that. So it's good to get out and speak to other people that could be in the same kind of situation.
Absolutely.
As but it's brilliant, John. All these things are free as well to go into.
Yeah, they're all free. There's no charge. Like University of Limerick have a People's Dance on. The Irish World Academy of Music and Dance in association with the University of Limerick have a People's Dance on 17th of April. Stuff like there's network meetings in South Hill Hub. There's painting showcases in the College of Faith in the Kilmalloge Road, where people can just pop in and see the art exhibitions. There's exploring and learning a language tasters, which are online, so you don't even have to get out of the house. That's Monday the 15th to Thursday the 18th of April. And this is the languages: Chinese, Arabic, Japanese, Spanish, French, Italian, German. And somebody asked me about Latin there one day.
Yeah,
it's amazing, isn't it? I know it's not used so much now. It's historically used, I suppose, and it's used in classification of plants and maybe a little bit of
I suppose
history and religion.
History and religion and stuff.
But it's interesting.
It's not a good language to. It's is it Chinese or Mandarin or that part of
Cantonese and Mandarin.
Cantonese. They're kind of the biggest. They reckon they're the biggest.
Business hub, aren't it?
Business hub now, and people are trying to learn those languages, which is good.
Yeah. Limerick Soviet exhibition. I suppose just because people might be the conflict and everything doesn't mean. I mean,
wasn't there a Soviet at the turn of the last century? Wasn't there a big Soviet thing in Limerick?
Was there?
Kind of a communist party or whatever. So it could be something to do.
I think this is it's to do with the Limerick Trade Unions workers protested the imposition of martial law in the city. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. So there's an exhibition telling that story.
That'd be interesting.
Parents and toddlers activities. That's in Ballylanders. That's out near me. And that's actually, it's in Ballylanders and it's in Hospital FRC, and that's the 16th and 17th. Free health information sessions are in some of the libraries. So you're talking Monday, there's the City Library, Monday the 15th, Tuesday the 16th, Watchhouse Cross, and they're just little information things about lifestyle medicine, information on sleep, nutrition, exercise, stress, etc. So there's loads of other stuff. Northside FRC have a learner art exhibition at Watchhouse Cross, and that's on Tuesday the 16th between 5:30 and 7:30, and that's running until Tuesday the 23rd, so that's every evening. And there's taster classes with the colleges of Feck, Cappamore and Kilmallock. We're in here too with the one I just mentioned. There's poetry and music immersion, that's in Limerick Social Services Council up at Henry Street, and that's I think that's is that most days? There's no date on it. 11 to 1 p.m. Probably the week of the 15th. Everywhere. John, there's stuff on everywhere, and it's a long
city as well.
It's a long list. And I suppose what it is, it's just kind of getting people together to kind of celebrate learning. Because learning works better when we do it together. It works better when we do something we really care about. And you know yourself, you learn something if you like the subject. If you don't like the subject, you're kind of almost psychologically stopping yourself. And just to kind of say, like the LCN, which we're a part of, are kind of they're kind of the main kind of they drive this every year. And some of the other supporters would be the Limerick City and County Council, Limerick and Clare Education and Training Board, of course, to provide a lot of the tutors, Paul Partnership, University of Limerick, Technological University of the Shannon, TUS as it's known now, and Mary Immaculate College National Learning Network, Vocational Training, and Limerick Childcare Committee. So they're all the kind of driving stakeholders behind it, and it's very important and it's very nice. It's good that we do important things, and sometimes they're important and you can see the value in them, but they're not essentially nice, because like yesterday we did the suicide awareness. It's very hard to say that was a nice day. It was a great, valuable day, but you wouldn't put nice in it, whereas this, you can say it's a valuable day, plus it's also
an enjoyable day as well.
And
it's great, especially with the arts. And in fairness to Limerick, a lot of us have a hop off Limerick, but we are spoiled here with a lot of the things that are going on in our city.
There is.
Compared to some other cities in Ireland, we are. We are very lucky.
I suppose people don't know it's on, but I suppose if you want more information, would I call up the website?
Yeah.
So it's www.limerick.ie/love learning. Lowercase, no space, love learning. Even if you go on the website, it kind of directs you. And that's the Limerick.ie website is kind of your go-to website for whatever's on. Look, get involved. It might kind of spark an old interest that you had, that you thought that you grew out of. Like the art. There's always I remember there was guys in class and they were brilliant at art. And you'd see them drawing at the back of their copy, and they'd never done anything with it. And you know what? You might never earn money from it. It's lovely to be able to create something.
Yeah, just put it on.
And that's mine. I've done that. You've one behind you there where we're sitting, though people can't see, but it's just a piece of art that somebody left here.
That's right.
And we're glad to hang it on the wall.
And that was a beginner, actually.
And that was a beginner, because they have a flair and
they have the eye for it. The same as writing a poem or
writing
a short story or things like that. If someone's able to put what's in their mind down on a bit of paper, it's a fantastic gift to have. And it's no harm enhancing it, because people were...
No harm.
You know yourself, when we all went to school, we were kind of geared to jobs, but unfortunately there was no jobs going in arts, there was no jobs going in writing and things like that. They were a hobby, kind of, so you were geared away from those.
Yeah.
When you were younger, more so to the maths, English, geography, history.
People were thinking of your future.
Your future, yeah.
You know, and you always hear the I'm going to college, or you go to art college. All right, yeah, you'll never make money. Yeah. No, you know, I mean, you should always do something you love, though.
Yeah.
Because you'll always regret it.
You will, but that's what I'm saying, you know.
I think so.
People have great gifts.
Yeah.
That they're afraid to use.
Yeah.
When you're outside of school so long, you're afraid to come back and to use it. Someone think you're stupid.
This breaks down the barriers.
It breaks down the barriers. No one's.
Misconception is a terrible thing that people have and don't realise. It's like walking in here. All right, the building is the old Limerick wall around it, and is it still the nun run?
Yeah.
But not national school for boys, and it's not. When you walk in the door, everything's colourful in here. Everything is. Yeah. See our beautiful. What's the colour in here? We're sitting. We have Moroccan sunset and I keep calling it lily of the valley, but I've been told it's wrong. But anyway, it's bright. It jumps out at you. Yeah. This place is not what you think it is. You walk in here, you see that you're surrounded by art. Easter bonnets, as you know well. You wore one at a parade. I think I wore one.
Yourself.
And except you got caught with a picture. We had our own. I think you wore someone else's for the. I wouldn't blame you. So when you come in, you realise it's not what you think it is.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing we need to get across. I mean, it's not formalised like it was. The other kids like me. Yeah. So you always have that trepidation when you walk into a place. Will I get on with everyone? That doesn't go because you're an adult. And but it's warm and welcoming, and the coordinators here, and yourself, John, and myself, we always try to make people feel welcome, have a chat, a cup of tea.
And that goes for all the centres across Limerick.
Yeah.
Everyone is welcome in, and no matter what, if you didn't want to come down here, there's only the roads if you're up the other side of town.
That's right.
Hill,
Moyross
outside if you're on the other side of town.
North side FRC.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to go outside your catchment area, but it's always nice to go back and you make friends. You do. Lifelong friends.
You do. Look, and just you feel part of something. And you know what, especially it can be kind of lonely as well, you know. And it's harder to, like, if you don't drink or anything, it's very hard to meet people, know. And people aren't going to the pub anyway, it's too expensive. But like, how are you going to meet people? That's a great place to meet people and strike up a conversation. It's, we do lunch one week. Sure, we will, Start of a friendship.
Well, that's what they do.
You can never have too many friends.
When their class is finished, they go for a dinner.
That's it, They do,
or a coffee or
they bond with their tutors and us, to be honest.
Yeah.
How many times have we been baked cakes for?
That's right.
We've been nearly rolling out the door for yet a while.
That's why there's a few of us rolling out the door.
That's why there's a few of us. Yeah.
Not you, John.
No, John, no. But look, it's that's the thing. Try and link up. Go on that website. Call into us here if you want more information.
Yeah, there's booklets there.
There's booklets there. We'll hand them out to you. You can take a bit. This isn't just a booklet. I mean, there's about how many pages? It's 63 pages.
What's happening around Limerick.
Even Horses for Courses is another one. Explore Europe in 2024. Explore a Rathkill Youth Space. Paint and write in Irish. A postcard to someone you know. Isn't that a nice one?
Yeah.
That's in St. Saviour's. That's a lovely one, actually. And explore and learn a new language tester in French, unity wreath activities for parents and toddlers, spring summer flowers and wreath, introduction to ceramics. There's everything. Free tour of Limerick Museum.
Well, that'd be very interesting.
Guided tour, isn't that nice? I've done that recently myself. The young lad is massive into history. Now there's a room full of lace and everything. And it's just fascinating, the history of everything in there. There's a diving suit and the old, diving belt.
Yeah.
And there's actually a Limerick lace making demonstration because we were known for it. We were one of the best lace manufacturers
in Europe, or if not the world.
Well known, back in the Victorian days.
Yeah.
Breathing for stress release and revisiting Limerick pogrom of 1904, which is the Irish Jews.
When
it's a Russian-style pogrom job. It destroyed Limerick's Jewish community.
And
things like that. There's history in there.
It's history. Like, it's nice to know good or bad what happened, because you need to know your history.
You can't rewrite it. History is often, and I suppose it's even like people are fascinated with World War II and stuff. It's bad, but we can't deny it as well because you learn from it.
Like yourself, you were over in Normandy there only last week, and
fantastic. It was the amount.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You know,
it's still very part of their cultural history. And a lot of the villages thanking the Americans, 101st Airborne and all that. Yeah, history is history. It's not always going to be nice. Yeah. So even our own here as well, and they talk about that. So there's everything in here. There's too much to read out now. So if you're interested, go online to that website again. It's www.limerick.ie/love learning, or Google it, or call into us here. In every centre, by the way, not just us. All community centres have this booklet. And just turn up somewhere. You never know.
Yeah.
Start to something new.
Yeah.
Lifelong
when
learning.
you're talking to someone inside, decide to do something.
But that's the idea, John. It's lifelong learning. It doesn't stop when you leave school. Like, you look at yourself, you're still doing courses here. You do just for interest's sake.
Yeah.
You're learning for learning's sake.
But an elderly man years ago, John, I'm elderly myself now, but this man years ago, I used to come in another place, when I worked in another place, and he said, every day you go out of bed, you're learning.
Yeah.
Because you know a lot more.
That's it.
When you get out in the morning, when you come home,
everyone you meet knows something you don't.
Story, you're always taking in
some of them know are hard to believe, but anyway.
Yeah, there's a few here.
Yeah, there's a few here like that.
There's a few here.
Well, they jazz up the story. They put a bit of dressage in it, like equestrian. Yeah. They just dress it up. They're entertainers more than that. Yeah, we appreciate that too.
But that's a skill as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a skill.
Yeah.
And the Irish are well known for that.
For lying, or not lying, making up stories. Telling fibs.
Yeah, but it's just nice. All these things are gifts that a lot of other countries would love to have.
So didn't we have Eddie Lennon here, the famous Shanachie, came down and done a podcast for us.
Brilliant. So
he's on our YouTube channel.
Our YouTube channel. It's gone up over nearly 17,000 views now. Maybe a bit more since last time.
I'd like to say that was us, but he's probably driving.
No, he was the driving force, John. Yeah. We would.
Look. We're okay. We're holding our own. But he's a bit of a minor celebrity now at this stage. So.
Oh, but no, he's fantastic.
But it was lovely to do it, and
came all the way.
Galway, somewhere in Galway, wasn't it?
It's Galway or County Clare.
Somewhere up far off.
Yeah, he's a bit old anyway.
He came down especially for it,
you know.
Thanks to one of our workers, Stephen.
Stephen
who know him.
So, and that's still getting listenership all across the world, which is great. You
know. So Lifelong Learning Festival, very important, very much a part of our cultural year, because it's not all about academia. You know, it's not always about getting an accreditation.
No.
A lot of what we do is, and it can be that link, you know, for employment as well.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is just learning for the sake of learning.
Yeah.
I want to know something new. I want to follow a little bit of a hobby I have. I want a bit of structure. I want to meet new people. I want to make friends. There's no bad reason to walk through the doors of a learning centre.
No.
None.
No.
Whatever the reason is.
But you remember years ago in Limerick, you'd see people on the side of the road painting buildings and stuff and things like that. You very rarely see that now.
Yeah. No.
Where people have to get back to that.
Are they the ones painting or the ones spraying? Oh no, not the graffiti art.
Yeah. But they're artists as well.
Well, Banksy, the famous Banksy.
That's what I'm saying. You know, there could be something there that they'd have this special place that they could just do it to revamp.
So the Dolores O'Riordan one around the corner is sure near where is it? Near King John's Castle. That's fantastic.
That's right. And the one you come in into and get there as well with the brushes.
Oh, that's the lads from the 60s.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
The younger lads back in the day.
Because it really attracts the tourists.
You're kind of celebrating the culture, and you're kind of. I know, you know, you're building kind of a picture of Limerick that's positive and colourful, and there's a lot of grey in the sky in Ireland. I know there's another storm due the weekend. Great, crack that. But you need a bit of colour, and if it's on your buildings or if it's just inside the centre, like this Moroccan sunset on our wall, John. You need a colour.
Sunglasses will wear.
Sunglasses, blinded by the lights, as they say. Blinded by the lights.
But even a friend of ours, Paul and myself, came home from America there. I suppose 6 months ago, and it was his first time in Limerick, and he had seen Angela's Ashes, and he had actually
dreaded it.
No, thought that's
what we do. Puddles of water in Limerick.
Puddles of water, everyone just living in a stone's throw crossing each other. You can walk one door, walking the other door.
My mother was living from near enough that area, because it'd be Edward Street coming off John Street. And now my mother would have been born a couple of years after Angela's Ashes. I think that was the late 30s. My mother was born in the late 40s, and she said, like, alright, they didn't have much. There was 3 to bed and all this, like, but on that bed.
No.
You know.
No, my mother says.
And they didn't have much. Like, there wasn't water in their living room.
No. There wasn't excrement running
ensuite pool.
Excrement running down the road.
Outdoor sewerage over the ground sewerage. No, it wasn't. But that was, I suppose, you know, that's all books and that. You know.
Well, that you have to sell a book.
I'm sure it was worse for some people now. They didn't have much, like, but you know.
It probably was, but
there probably was worse places. Like I'm from Kerry's Road originally, and that was one of the original slums before my day, and then they redone it, social housing boom in the 50s and stuff. And but I remember there's pictures there, and they have, you know, the hatch in the door, like you'd have a horse in, and the top bit would open. It was like that, like, and kids
half and half.
Kids running on the street getting a half an orange for Christmas, you know, that kind of.
And the funny thing about it, a lot of people are getting in those half and half composite doors now.
Is that what it's called? Composite,
whatever they're made of. I think, they make them in half and half.
I suppose it's nice for leaving air in and then stopping.
Yeah.
But
it's just for the look as well. I suppose a lot of people are going back to the old.
I wouldn't myself, but
you know,
nice.
You know, but then Kerry's Road came not a posh area, but it was kind of. So
I wouldn't have posh area. It was a very working. We grew up, I remember. Kitchen was tiny. You couldn't people. It'd be like, you know, an airline cabin.
Yeah.
You'd have to kind of shuffle passages sideways, tiny, and it's two up, two down, and that's the way they were.
Yeah.
And you know, it was what it was, and they were all social housing originally, and people bought them over time with the rent to buy scheme and that. But we were lucky enough. It was pure working class, but it was quiet, and it's still quiet because a lot of the people just handed them down to the family.
Well, a lot of families move back in, then someone moves out to try and buy back.
My aunt lived in Lower Kerry, so and we were upper Kerry, so we used to, the joke was we used to look down. We were upper and we were lower.
All the water was going down there.
Yeah. But look, great place to grow up.
Yeah.
Quiet, working class, but quiet.
Good memories.
Good
friends to have. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, but that's. Limerick at that time was a great city to grow up in. At the time, you know, it's probably still is.
It is. It's just, I suppose, we don't lose a sense of community, and these things like learning Limerick and lifelong learning brings us back to this community spirit of sharing.
A lot of cities in Ireland and further afield would love to have.
I'm sure they do things like this and just call them something else.
Maybe.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I know Cork has a thriving community.
That's right.
Kind of network, and I know Galway does. But anyway, this is ours, and this is ours to keep, and it's great, and long may it last. As I said, it's the 14th year of its.
And fair play to the driving forces behind
of its iteration. So that's really lifelong learning.
Yeah. Well, John, we're nearly come to the end of the show now. We're nearly there. Another 2 minutes, John, to talk about something. So.
Okay. Well, I suppose. All right. I suppose just to finish up yesterday, I'd just like to thank everyone for attending the Safe Talk, including yourself, John. It was a fantastic show.
Very interesting, I have to say. And very interesting and well worked.
It was lovely to see people coming together for just to understand and the rationale behind people feeling, you know, they've no hope in that, and to come together in a kind of pleasant as it could be. It was done in a way there was a seriousness to it, but it wasn't all gloom and doom. People got what they needed to get from it, enjoyed it, and you know, it's fabulous to be able to host that in an area that is deeply affected.
Yes.
We'd often hear the helicopters, and they're looking for people in the river, and I find it very valid for us to run that. And also we are hoping to run self-harm classes in the future, so we'll put that out then.
Assist, I think, John. Assist, yeah.
So
that'd be a great one as well.
And then there'll be a day one and a 2 hour one. I think the more information, the more positive kind of answers to hopelessness that are out there, the more, if you could affect one person's life.
It's
you know what, if you run something like that and somebody in there affected one person that was thinking of doing that and they decided not to, that's worth every bit of work that went into it. Every single minute and organisation, it's worth it.
And I have to say the children as well, Burnley was brilliant. And plus there was 24 of
Was it 24 of you?
It was 24 of us in there, and everyone spoke to each other during the
you're pleasant.
Everyone was pleasant.
And not everyone knew each other.
No, none of us knew. None of us. I know
some of
Dave.
you did, like what?
I know Dave, and they're the only two I knew either.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know. I'd seen people, but people had seen
you
me.
got to know them.
But you got to know them.
And you shared experiences.
And things like that. It was brilliant.
I'm glad you've done it as well. It's nice to see it being hosted in here as well.
Yeah, it's lovely, and I have to say I'd recommend it to anyone. You know. Well, John, thanks very much, John, for giving all the information.
Thank you, John.
There's a lot of work went into that.
Thank you very much.
We'd like to thank Limerick City Community Radio as well for leaving us on the air.
Ramble on
about things. And we'd like to thank St Mary's Adult Education Centre and yourself, John, for bringing only for you to be no show. So we'll say goodbye to 2 weeks' time again, John. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, John.
All the best, John, and goodbye to all the listeners. We'll talk to you again. Goodbye.